everybody, it's Shawn Marie from Kennedy's Cuties. Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for coming along. If it's your first time, then thank you for coming back. So, today is the day. Today is the day for Anime Fest, my 3-day big convention. I am exhausted. I have spent the past 3 nights trying to crank out as much merchandise as possible. So I'm going to quickly go through what I've made in this past 2 weeks, or I'm going to call it the second half of anime prep. And I'll try to get in a little bit of my setup for you in this video. The spot that I'm in, okay, if we're a cube, there's like, spot. I'm right here. So I don't think there's going to be any setup room behind me for like a camera or anything, so I can't really record like my sales and stuff like that, which kind of stinks. I really wanted to be able to do that, but there's just not going to be any room for it, so I'll have to just give you an overall view when I set up, put my camera away, whatever. Maybe get a chance to bring it out once in a while and walk around with it, but I won't be able to have it set up. So, that being said, let's get on to what I've made, so I can get stuff priced and get on the road. So, just so you know, I'm doing this very quickly. So, I'm not going to go through who made it or what my yarn is till the very end of the video. So, if you are interested in any of these and want to know who they're by or what I use for yarn, stay tuned to the end or skip forward to the end, whatever you feel like doing. That's where everything will be listed at the very end. Hope that works for you. But I just don't have time to sit here and go through every little detail because I have got to get going. So this is Charmander. Isn't it adorable? These are hand-painted eyes. And I think he came out absolutely adorable. I just love him. You can probably guess who it's by already anyway, just by looking at it. Her stuff all looks the same. So, there it is, Charmander. This is Miku, who, until recently, I had no clue who Miku was, but she is an anime character, and she is quite a popular one. And I kind of free-handed Miku. I used my Sailor Moon pattern that I use for all my dolls. I've talked about her many times, and yeah, so this is Miku. Again, I gave her some really pretty little, if I can get them to focus here, hand-painted eyes. I think she's super sweet. I love her. I almost want to keep her, but I can't. I gotta make my money back for all this yarn that I've been getting. I have a little Spider-Man. I ordered a felt spider for his breastplate here, but it has not come yet. So, I don't know if I'm going to get it in time. I might have to sit there today while I'm sitting at the thing and maybe hand stitch one on if I can. I'm not very good at hand embroidery, so I don't know. We'll see. But regardless, I think he's super cute. I love him. I think he's adorable. So there is that. I have Mario. And because of copyright infringement and all that stuff, I didn't do any emblem on his head. But I think we all know he's Mario. Again, eyes that I think Lily painted these ones actually. But I have Mario. And I have Luigi. Isn't he cute? I think they're adorable. I love how they came out. I wanted to get Princess P done too, but didn't happen. This is Baby Saja from K-Pop Demon Hunters. And this is Zoe from K-Pop Demon Hunters, and I kind of freehanded her too. And I don't like what I do with her hair. I kind of wish I had just made little buns. And I was thinking maybe I could just take these little strands and just tie them on the side like this. And it would look kind of bun-like. But I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe I'll figure it out when I get there. But I think she came out really cute just the same. Made her little pants have this poof. And that was just increases and decreases, obviously, but gave them that nice little poof look that her pants have. I think overall she came out really, really good, though. I really like her a lot. Just wished I had done her hair a little bit different. I think you guys all saw Mira, but I did finish her off. I put her embellishments on her clothing and put her earrings in, and really that was all she needed. But so she's got these little gold hoop earrings, and I did her shirt embellishments and her shoes, and really that was the only thing I had left to do that wasn't done when I showed it to you guys last time. So she is complete. And then of course I had to have Rumi to go with them. And again, she has a little gold hoop earrings. More of my hand-painted eyes. All of her little details. I think she came out really, really sweet. Hey, baby. Mike's kitty Bella is here to visit me. She likes to scratch on my chair. No, no, Bella. Don't do that. Alright, this is a Super Mario Brothers bomb. Stop. The little bomb character from Super Mario Brothers. This little turnkey crank. You guys may recognize some of these items from Instagram, because a lot of them are from Instagram, but like I said, I'll go over that at the end. This is one piece. The Pirate Crew. I showed you some of them already. There's this one. His hat is removable. I think he's really, really sweet. Come out very good. Bella, want to come up and say hi? Yeah. So this is Bella, everybody, and she is a Maine Coon cat. Okay. She is so pretty. She doesn't like camera, evidently. She really just doesn't like to be held. Another one of the Saja boys. Mystery? I think it's Mystery. I'm going to guess it's Mystery. As you can tell, these are in no particular order. I just threw them into my tote here. Another Saja boy. No idea. No idea what his name is. I know it, but I just can't think of it at the moment. It's not Romeo. It's one that always works out. Where's his name? Oh well, I can't think of it at the moment, but there he is. One of the One Piece characters, and this is the, which I called him a dog, and I guess it's not a dog, it's like a lamb or a ram. But here he is. Those little ram horns, which I should have put more up here, I guess. But I think he's cute just the same. I think anyone looking at him is going to know who he is. So I think he's really, really sweet. I think my camera's trying to focus on the yarn behind me more than it is on what I'm holding up. I made 3 Mario mushrooms, the power-up mushrooms. Red, blue, and green. I made another Captain America. I didn't get his shield made. I kind of wish I had made the shield. I might work on that today while I'm sitting there, actually. I kind of feel like he needs his shield, especially for the price I'm going to put on him, because I think I'm going to put $65 on him. So I should probably add a shield to it. Another one of the One Piece characters from the Pirate Collection. And this is the little blonde dude. Like I said, I don't know their names. I probably should because people are going to ask. But I don't. I'm not a gamer. Made 2 jumping spiders. Actually, I think I made 3. There's probably another one in the bottom there. This one I made with a yarn that I had made the pug dog with at Christmas time, my daughter-in-law. So he has like this brindle look, but it looks like a tarantula. And then I got this little sand-colored one. He is much larger than this one, just because of the yarn. I do believe I have another one in here somewhere, but Lord knows if I've got it in this bucket or another bucket. I made an Eevee. And the tail tip and the collar piece here is made with Dollar Tree's fuzzy yarn. And I just double stranded it. It was what I had, and it was what I used, and I think it came out just fine. Hand painted her eyes. I think everything I have now is hand painted eyes. I pretty much don't even use the discs anymore, so I probably should just only tell you when it's a disc rather than anything else, because she sits nice. Alright, I made another Sailor Moon. This is the pattern I use for all my dolls. These always sell really well for me. Yep. And of course this is the Kurumi I made on my last video, where I went through the process of making her. It's Matabella. I made a what's it called? Cinnarole? Cinnarole? I think it's called Cinnarole. His eyes are so faint though you can barely see him, and these are purchased from Etsy. They're very, very light. He's got his little tail. It's a cute pattern. I made my Bulbasaur and got all of his little patches on him. So he has his little water spots, and I just cut felt and I really freehanded it. His eyes are also felt cuts that I cut. And then I just went around it with black yarn and tacked it in place. But I think he came out really, really good, and he is huge. Everything I have in here still got glue strands on it because I have not gone over it with a lint roller yet. I'm going to be doing that as I'm pricing today. I made one more. Oh, what are they called? My brain is just drawing blanks right now. I'm so tired. The Stranger Things character. I think we all know who he is. Yeah. It'll come to me. And for all my gamers, and this is one I made, and I saw it, I thought it was so cute. I was like, I've got to make it. I don't know how it will do. But you never know. So, yeah. If you know, you know. Yeah. I think it will sell. Oh, here's another spider. He's, whoop, I'm just wobbling everything everywhere. He's a little gray one. I think I like him the best out of all of them. And I don't like spiders, period, because I am arachnophobic, but I'm getting better at it. I've really, really overcome it quite a bit. I think I showed you Kirby. I'm not 100% sure if I did or not, but here's my Kirby. I cut these eyes and cheeks for him, and the mouth. They're not perfect. You can see there's wobbles here and there. Nothing really lines up perfectly, but I think they look cute just the same, especially from a distance. They look really good. Just don't get too close. And then it just brings me down to my last 5 little characters here. These are from the Beck Made pack. So we have Togepi, Snorlax, Psyfox, I think he's called, something like that, Psychic Fox. I don't know. We have Pikachu, and I did finish the Firefox that I had started, and I didn't like the yarn because it wasn't fuzzy. So this is also, no, this is Little Bunny. This is the Little Bunny I bought in my last big yarn haul. So that is all my products for now. Let's see how we do selling them. Wish me luck. Yeah, so I'm going to end right now, get some stuff put together, get everything out to my car, get it loaded, get there and set up. Bye guys, I'll see you in a little bit. So here is my little corner of the world here. All set up, ready to go. It's pretty busy in here. My K-pop girls. My son. 4 of my Saja boys. Never did get the 5th one finished. This is the 5 of the 7. Pirates for 1 piece. So that's what I've got right now. This is day 3 of the con. I have sold off quite a few items at this point. I have changed my setup a little bit. It's my granddaughter Lily working away there. And this is basically what I've got left now. Running low on inventory. Sold off a lot of the dolls. Okay, so the con is over. It's been about a week since it was been over, but I've been really busy. I got sick, and then this weekend we had a big, huge blowout sledding party for all the grandchildren and the nieces and the nephews, and I think we had like 35 people here. We had a bonfire and hot dogs, and just enjoying, you know, what's left of winter now that it's getting a little bit warmer. We've certainly got plenty of snow. Mike rototilled, but bulldozed mounds and mounds and mounds of snow for the kids for sledding hills. He hooked up his excavator out on the back lawn to a tube, like the tube you would take in a boat, you know, to go tubing, so that he could just kind of go around and around and around with the kids on the tube. And it was a wonderful day. Everyone had so much fun. The kids were terrific. There was no fighting, and we had ages from 3 to 14. I mean, it was a blast. We had a really, really good time. So that was fun. But anyway, to get on to what we're here for. What did I sell at this con? Oh, I got my vendor's badge. I'm going to hang on to this as my little souvenir. That was my vendor badge. Lily did go with me 2 days out of the 3. She went Saturday and Sunday with me. She had a blast. She dressed up the first day as Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and the second day she dressed as Harley Quinn. She bought this big, huge sword thing while she was there and some stickers, and, you know, she had a blast. She had a really good time. She enjoyed it. But anyway, I sold day 1, Friday. We were only open for 4 hours on Friday. We opened at 4 to 8 on Friday night. I sold my green bong. I think I only showed you one of my bongs. Maybe I showed you all of them. I'm not sure. I think I only showed one, but I made 3. I made a blue, a yellow, and a green. First thing I sold was the green bong. Sold that for $18. I sold Usopp from 1UP. I sold him for $45. I sold my Pachita, my big Pachita chainsaw dog thing there. I sold him for $65. And I sold Sanji, who was also from 1UP. And I sold him for $40. The reason why he was a little less is because he didn't take as much materials. A couple of them took hats and, you know, lots more hair and stuff like that. So they costed a little more than some of the other members of that 1UP 7 Pirates gang. So my first night there, I made $168. We were there for 4 hours. That's not bad. And that was only 4 sales. The 20th, which was Saturday, I sold the Charmander that I made for $30. I sold 5 of the little small Pokemon from Beck Made Studio. I don't know which ones they were. I mean, you know, he was picking them out. My granddaughter was putting them in the bag, and I was doing the math. But I sold 5 of the little Pokemon characters from the Beck Made Studio, and I sold those for $10 each. This is the same man as the Charmander. And he bought one of my Pokemon Pokeball stress balls. And that was for $8. He spent a total of $88. If I'm doing my math correct. Yeah, $88 he spent. That was my first sale of the day on day 2. Then I sold, this is the same person, the second sale. I sold my Sailor Moon, and I sold her for $50. And I sold 3 of my Saja boys from K-Pop Demon Hunters. I had 4 there, but she thought 2 of them were the same character, and I couldn't get it explained to her that they were 2 different characters. They both had lavender hair, but one of them was romance, and one of them was baby, I want to say. Their hair looks very different. Their character looks very different, but all she saw was the purple hair, and she's like, they're the same one. It's like, whatever, okay. So she bought 3 of the 4, and they were $35 each. So she bought all 3 of those and the Sailor Moon for $50. So that was 2 good sales right off the bat to start the day. I sold the Huntrix bird, or the raven, if you want, you know, it's not really, it's a 3-eyed raven. I sold him for $20. I sold another one of the pirates from the 1UP gang, the green-haired one with the 1 eye and the stitches. I don't know what his name is, so I just wrote down green-haired one. I sold him for $30. I sold the yellow bong for $18. I sold 1 Demigorgon out of the 2, and I sold that for $18. I sold my Miku with the long blue-green, kind of bluish-green hair, the Miku character. Sold her for $55. She was a lot of work. A lot of work. There was a lot of material in her, so I was really happy that she went home to somebody that would enjoy her. I sold the Cinnarol, which is the free one from Instagram, and I sold that one for $30. And then I sold my blue bong, which was the last one, and I sold that one for $18 as well. I sold the little medium-sized Spider-Man that I hadn't put the little belly patch on yet, and I still to this day have not received those patches. It's been it's been at least 2 weeks now since I ordered them. Still haven't received them, but the man didn't care. He bought it anyway. I actually had it priced for $15, and he gave me $20. And he said, keep the change, so I sold that for $20. I sold one of my small Derpy Tigers. Hey, Bella. For $15, and those are the Snuggle Bean crochet ones, I want to say. Is that what they are? No. Green Frog crochet. I sold my calcifer, and that was one that I made back this summer, and it was something I made up in my head and just made it. I sold that for $15. The Sprite that I had with it didn't sell. I just bought the calcifer. That was all of day 2, and that was a total of $417. Not a bad day. The final day, Sunday, day 21, February 21, day 3, I sold my car hanger Spidey for $10. I sold another one of the Pokemon Ball stress balls for $8. I sold a small Groot that I have had forever, that I made in acrylic yarn so long ago, but I didn't sell the big one that I just made. Same exact pattern. It just, he's much larger and in the chenille yarn than he was in the acrylic yarn. And I sold him for $20. I sold the zombie squid that I made back at Halloween. Sold that for $25. I put out a few odds and ends of stuff from my stock that I thought might be interesting to that crowd, you know. So that's how I, put the zombie squid out, and they loved him. They thought he was great. They bought him. I sold one more of the little Pokemon characters. This one we did write down because it was just the one, and it was Snorlax. And I sold my Kirby, and I sold him for $30. So my final day, I made $103. My entire total in sales was $748 for 3 days, which sounds pretty good, minus the 3-day part, and minus the part that it was $350 to be there. That's before yarn, traveling back and forth, food, all the little things that go with making characters, like the stuffing and the little felt eyes and, what not. So my total, square fees, that's another one, taxes. So my total walking out of there in money was $398 for 3 days before taking out any of that other stuff. So I really didn't make anything. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. It was way different than I expected it to be. I gotta adjust my camera a little bit. Can you see up here on the back wall? Right there, where Lily painted the wall. Just above my head. Yeah, Lily was doing some artwork. She's just peeling this paper off anyways. Mimi said that you can paint, right? I said, yeah. Do you mind if I paint? I'll go for it. So she's been painting up there. Yeah, so what... I wrote it down, who everything was from, or I thought I did, or as many of them as I could collect. Just turn the page of my notebook here, see if it's in there. No, I think it's on the page I ripped out. Of course it is. Okay. So the pattern for the bongs was by Crafty Baubles. The Eevee that I made and showed you, it didn't sell, but I made it and showed you it last week, and I told you I'd tell you who it was by. It was by Pebble Crochet, and I stuffed the body instead of making it a snuggler. The spiders, the jumping spider thingies there, those were by Bedabee, B-E-D-A-B-E-E, Bedabee. The Kirby that I sold was by Carol Torres Handmade. The K-Pop Boys are by Miru Toys, and it was a pattern for all four of the K-Pop Boys, and it was from Miru Toys. The Mandrake was by Woolly Tunes. The One Piece characters, I didn't find on the pattern who they're from. I will have to do a little more research and find that. The Sailor Moon is by Magurumi, and it's the Sailor Moon is what I use for every doll I make. So all the dolls that I make, like the Miru, my girls there, the K-pop girls, all of those, I use that Sailor Moon pattern, and I just change it up to be what I want it to be. I use it to make my Anna Forager, which also did not sell. The Charizard was also by Pebble Crochet, and that was also a snuggler, but I stuffed it. I'm losing my voice. The Captain America, I didn't find that one. The Little Derpy was Snuggle Bean Crochet. And the Groot was by Hook and Yarn. All the little mini Pokemon was by Beckmade Studio. And I did write down 2 of them that I had there. One was Espeon, one was Jolteon. Again, I had Snorlax because I sold that one. I had I think one of them was Charmander. They called it Fire Lizard on this, but I think it was Charmander. Pikachu. A few others. She has a big slew of them. So, and they are really quick. They are super easy, and they sell. So if you're looking for a quick, easy market make that will make you some money, make yourself up a bunch of those and put them in a little basket. People picked and pawed through that basket, and they'd pick it up, and they'd be like, oh, look, it's Jolteon. Oh, look, it's, Togepi was one of them as well. Togepi did not sell. I think Togepi is probably one of my favorites. I don't know why. I guess because he's just this little baby chicken and egg. But he didn't sell. But very easy. Actually, Lily was sitting there during the craft fair Sunday, and she said, Mimi, show me how to make one of those. So I pulled up Charmander. I think it was Charmander. And I walked her through it, and she made the cutest little Charmander. And it looks perfect. It's beautiful. And, and she's just learning to crochet. So she's just learning all those, increases and decreases and all that, and how to bring things in and then back out again to form a head body shape. And she did wonderful. She did really well. So it's a great pattern. And I sell them for $10 a piece. They take me maybe 20 minutes to make, if that. Somebody that crochets really fast probably make them way faster than I do. I am not a fast crocheter by any means. But anyway, I had a blast. So I have a huge yarn haul to show you. I was watching Robin at Nutting Hook Crochet last week, a couple weeks ago, I guess now. Last week from when I started this video, so it's a few weeks ago now. And she mentioned that Premier Parfait was starting to sell out some of their yarns. We're canceling them out. What is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right at the moment off the top of my head. Clearancing them. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Was clearancing out some of their yarns to get rid of them to make way for new stock. So immediately after hearing that, I was like, oh no. So I Googled to see what ones were getting the boot. And I immediately placed as many orders as I could through whatever outlets I could find to get more of those colors before they're gone. I went through Amazon. I went through Mary Maxim. I went through Premier itself. I checked everywhere I could to get as much of it as I could. So I got 2 of the Cloudy Day, which is one of the ones that's going. This is Cloudy Day, right? Make sure I've got it right if I'm going to say it. I believe it's Cloudy Day. Nope, this is pale blue, actually. It looks like gray. But it's pale blue. So I got 2 bundles of those. 2 bundles of 3. And I'm going to tell you right now, I got 2 of everything. 2 of everything I can get my hands on. I still have orders coming. Sorry about that. Spam call. I got 2 packages of the Lagoon. And those ones came from Amazon. Now this box, this big massive box that I have at my feet, all came from Annie's Attic. And I got 2 of the Plum. 2 of the Dusty Mauve. 2, if I can reach them, of the, all right, what's it? Orchid. 2 of those. And I was so disappointed to hear that Pink Lemonade is going, because that is my absolute favorite pink. Love pink lemonade. So, I lied actually. I said I got 2 of everything, but this is 2 of the pink lemonade. And I bought the only 2 they had, 2 more they had left. So I got 2 more here, and I'm shaking the camera. So that's all they had left, so I took them all. But yeah, might as well grab those last 2. Why leave them? 2 of the Cloudy Day. I knew I had Cloudy Day in there. And 2 of the Peacock. Don't know where I'm going to put it all. It won't last long anyway. I'll go through it so quick. 2 Rose, which is my granddaughter Lily's favorite color. She loves this yarn. She actually, every time I have it, she grabs it. So I knew I had to get some of it before it was gone. And I can't believe they're getting rid of it. It's such a pretty color. It's like, why are you getting rid of these pretty colors? You're finally bringing in more new colors, creating a really good stash of variety. And now they're getting rid of all these really good classic colors that we've had for so long. I don't understand it. But what do I know, huh? Yeah, 2 of the Very Berry. And I actually just got the Very Berry for the first time, like my last haul. And I was like, oh, this is really pretty. I'll definitely be getting more of this. It's one of the ones I discontinued. My luck. And I have my final 2, which is espresso. And again, I can't believe they're getting rid of espresso. It's such a good, not quite black color. I don't know. I'm heartbroken. I love these colors. But what are you going to do? Now I have a mountain of yarn beside me. I have got a couple of things crocheted this week. I'll save for my next, what I made this month, because I never get anything out in a week. It's like monthly for me. Yeah, other than that, that's everything in my world right at the moment. I do want to express, what's the word I want to use? Not prayers. I'll send prayers to anybody who has anyone that's involved in what's going on right now over in Iran, Iraq, all that junk that's going on over there. Iran, I know, not really Iraq, but I have a son over there personally. He's Air Force, and he is over there in that right now. I do what I can to keep my mind off in it, because it's not a good place to dwell. So any of you that have family, friends, anyone you know, any acquaintances, work companions, or anybody that's over there, prayers to you all. And I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Until the next time. Bye.